Have you ever been to Sark?
I have, yeah.
What's that like?
It's awesome. There's no cars and really good fish and chips. And if you want to get around, you go in a horse and cart or with little bicycles.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow. Well, good. I'm glad we've established you're a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's,
I feel much better about that.
It's good.
Yeah.
So
it
you
means
get...
I don't look like a horse, because let's face it, really posh people look like horses.
No, there's nothing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like there's the touch of the deer about you.
I have to send you a photo. I played a gig in Manchester the other night, and the photo, my stage manager took a photo, and it looks like I've got antlers growing out of my head. But what's really creepy is there's a face in the back cloth that wasn't there. We're going to send it to Most Haunted. It's really weird.
What does a face look like?
Like a man. Like, it's really strange.
Wow.
I don't normally go for those things, but it's so clear. It's like the Turin Shroud at my gig in Manchester. Jesus visited me.
I've been enjoying you on Twitter of late.
Oh, well, thanks to you, I have followers.
You got a couple of thousand on there now.
No, about nearly 3,000 now. And it was last time I was here, I had about 2.
I think it's confusing for people because I think if they're searching Nerina Pallot, they don't find you. You are Lady Chatterley.
I'm Lady Chatterley, yeah.
Because your married name is Chatterley, and I found out so many interesting things about you that I would never find out in this ordinary interview context through Twitter. I found out that you have a big problem with dog incontinence.
Yes. I've got two dogs, one of which is much better behaved than the other, but I've got a 10-month-old Jack Russell puppy who just is beyond training. I've given up. I need Caesar to come and rescue us. Sharpish.
So you were asking people on Twitter for suggestions on how to neutralise and clean up the dog pee.
Oh, it's stinky. It's so bad. Yeah, and I've got the instructions now. My Twitter army have helped me, and tonight I go back to use white vinegar, water, bicarbonate of soda, and we'll see what happens.
It sounds like a lot of fuss, that, doesn't it?
The worst thing is it's in our bedroom.
No.
It's really gross, yeah.
No.
And I came in this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning from York, and I was desperate to sleep, and I just couldn't sleep because all I could smell was dog pee. And I've washed it like 10 million times, but horrible.
Are you letting the dog be the boss?
Clearly I am, because they sleep in the bed with us.
It's so nice, though.
Yeah. It's really cosy and warm. It's like a hot water bottle.
But they can get weird issues. I used to have this rescue dog years and years ago who, even if I went to the shop for 5 minutes, it would pee on something as revenge.
Like separation anxiety.
Yeah, and it would do it on something it knew that I liked.
Oh, no, that's really
So it'd do it on my CDs or on my DVDs or something like this.
Actually, funny enough, you were just playing the Muse thing, and I was thinking, I've bought that album twice now, and I still haven't heard it, because the first one, Maggie chewed the CD on the second day of purchase. I hadn't had the chance to listen to it.
Wow.
And I've downloaded it now, but I've just not had a chance to listen yet.
Are they destructive as well, the
They're
dogs?
very destructive. She chewed. I had the most fantastic pair of shoes. My most prized gold pair of shoes, she chewed them in an afternoon.
Another thing I learned about you was that you claim only to be 7 out of 10 on the posh scale.
Yeah.
However, you once bought a hamster from Harrods.
I did, yeah. She's called Lily Al-Fayed. Yeah. She's awesome.
Because everything from Harrods must have the surname
exactly.
Al-Fayed.
She was really cool. She was this really fat white hamster, albino, and she was brilliant. And she lasted about 3 or 4 years, and I had her when I was a student. And she was very chilled, but I suspect it might have been the sort of things I was smoking at the time that contributed to her chilled demeanour.
Not passive marijuana abuse for hamsters.
Yeah. That might be why she lived so long, though. Slowed her heart rate right down.
I also learned that you have been a victim of a terrible tabloid slur involving your basement.
That's right, yes.
Yes.
That's right. Apparently, I can't remember, it was either in the Star or the Sun, it was something to do with Kylie Minogue, and I was either hiding her in a basement or my husband had insulted her in a basement. None of which is true. I don't have a basement.
Which goes to show, if you read a tabloid newspaper story involving a basement, it might not be true.
Unless it's about Joseph Fritzl. In which case, believe it.
I also learned that when you do interviews, you don't like talking about your music, so we've stayed roundly off
sorry.
that.
Should we talk about my music?
I never because you always get this thing as an interviewer. You always feel a bit guilty if you don't ask people about the music, but you don't like to talk about the actual process of making music and what your songs are about and things. You just prefer to play them and let people enjoy them for what they are.
Yeah, I think so, because you hear all sorts of people banging on about, oh, I wrote it in this key and I did this and that, and I think it is interesting. I suppose the flip side of it is a lot of people probably interested in how you make music because they want to make music themselves. But I think there's too many people waffling on about nonsense. You know? That's why I don't really read the music. press magazine.
But you waffle on about the right kind of nonsense, I think, as anyone who's ever came to see you live would know.
Oh, do you know what? When I was in Manchester the other night, I had a right old ding-dong about Marlene Klass, and I might have just alienated her entire Manchester fan base.
What happened?
I just want her to go away, basically. Please go away, Marlene Klass. Please get that chest out of my face.
Is this because you want to be in Twiggy's gang on those Marks and Spencer's adverts?
Right. I can really see that. No, I'm just, it's like, what does she do? Someone tell me what Marlene does, and then I'll accept her existence.
Amazing pianist. Amazing.
Okay. Fair enough. You're allowed to live, Marlene.
Tim Shelbourne, does that name ring a bell?
Yes, I think he's a Twitter friend.
He is, but he says, why are you ignoring... Well, no, actually, I'm making that up. Let me just read it properly. Oh, yeah, she says, why are you... She says, she's ignoring me on Twitter.
Oh, I don't mean to be.
There's a lot of people on Twitter. You can't always tweet back to everyone.
I try and tweet back to everybody, but...
he also says, will you let him paint your portrait?
Sure. Can I put loads of makeup on before you do it? Can we make sure it's not 11 in the morning?
You're going to play another song for us. What do you fancy next?
I will play you my new single, and it's called Real Late Starter.
I like the way that this was a former record of the week, by the way.
Thank you.
I like the way that you've got a plectrum stuck to your guitar in case you lose the other one.
Yeah. Just because I'm not very organised with these things.
You can buy jeans with specific plectrum pockets now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to get myself.
There's a jeans firm called April 77 or April 1977, and their thing is where you've got the usual pocket where I don't know what you're supposed to put in there. I mean, I know in American teenage films it's a condom, but they've got a special plectrum-shaped pocket for that exact reason.
Wow.
There you go. I'm going to buy you some of those jeans. Write down your size for me, and if you've got any irregularities with your inside leg or anything like that,
I'll
get them taken up for you.
I'm not sure I want to share them with the nation right now.